I'm pruning my fruit trees earlier this year, and I just want to show you a prime example of limbs crossing. A lot of people don't understand what that means or how to see it or what to look for. So right here I have my 4-in-1 tree. This one right here is a apricot. Towards the back, the thick trunk going out that way is a nectarine. This tree here is a plum, and that limb that's going down from that way outward is a white peach. So here's a prime example of crossing limbs. This is part of the plum, okay? This limb is going out this way. A lot of fruiting wood in it though, a lot of flowering wood, fruiting wood. It's going out this way, and see how my apricot's hitting me right now? It's gonna grow out this way and out above it. And this plum, the Santa Rosa plum, is the dominant graft of all these grafts. So if I allow this little guy to grow out this way up, it's gonna, the afternoon sun comes from that direction. So when the sun's coming in, this limb is gonna block all this apricot fruiting wood, and it will not ripen. Trust me, a fruit that's in the shade won't ripen. It'll just be green. Maybe half of it, a little bit, the color it should be, and the other half is going to be green. So this limb right now needs to go. Now remember what I told you, cut at the collar. The collar is, if I could show you in the video, let's see, come on. Well, there's a little line in every limb. The line is right here. You probably kind of make it out. I hope you can. But you see this little line right here? Everybody's afraid to cut that off. I don't know why, but that's it. Nice and smooth cut. It's not gonna have a little limb stuck out like this one over here from a previous year. Prime example too. Wow, I was gonna lead into it. Let me take some of these leaves off. Prime example, when you don't cut at the collar, you get limbs like this that come up. This should have been cut right here, which I'm going to be doing right now. But when you don't cut at the collar, it's going to still come up, and it's going to create suckers. So I wanted this out. I didn't want anything to grow in this general area, from this cut. And look what happened. 2 suckers, pretty good sized suckers. So that's gonna come out right now. Now nice and open. Look at that, beautiful cut. Alright guys, and don't be afraid to prune. Here's another example of heavy pruning. Look how big of a cut I did over here. You don't need to paint, you don't need to put tar. Where in nature do you see that happening? When a deer or a bear hits a limb, the limb breaks off and falls to the floor, rots, and feeds the tree for the next year or the year after and the year after, decomposing. Do you see a little bug with a little paintbrush painting all the limbs, the limb cuttings? No. They defend for themselves. So just keep pruning and pruning. And if you want to see my white peach, this is how heavily I pruned it back. Look how it's just a long stick coming from the bottom up. I have raccoons. I don't want them to see the fruit, so I wanted my fruiting wood to be way up high. This is about the 6 feet, 5.5 foot range here. This is exactly what you want to do. You don't want fruit at the bottom. Why would you want fruit at the bottom? You want fruit all the way at the top where the sun's going to be. You know, the fruit will never ripen down here. I don't care what you do or what they say, it'll never ripen. So you want to cut back, and you always look at the beautiful cuts at the collar. You see all this? That's exactly how you should cut. Everything cut at the collar. Alright guys, see you later.